Patch 2.5 is here, and we're going to go through some of the major changes and additions in patch 2.5. Now, before you guys go doing backflips, thinking about how awesome it is and how much space you're going to save in your stash, just wait. So, two of the major additions in 2.5 are, number one, you get your Armory. Now, Armory, you can store your builds and your armor sets. You get 5 different slots that you can save per character. So you can save 5 different builds, 5 different sets, however you want to, whatever variations you want to do with each character. You get 5 for each class. Now, it sounds like you're going to save a shitload of space, but think again. Let's head in game. We'll talk about this shit a bit more in depth. Alright, so head on over to the Armory, which you can access in every act. It's usually right near your stash. So we click Armory, and what you do is you've got 5 different tabs. You can save 5 different variations of sets, builds, whatever you want to do. You can save like the same freaking build with a couple items that have changed in every slot. It doesn't matter. You can do anything that you want. Now, let's say that we want to save this Unhallowed Essence set. So we go into tab number 1. We go Save. It'll ask us to name. We can name this shit Unhallowed. Click, and it's saved. Now, if you have a look at the details, it saved all of our gear with gems. It saved Kenai's cube selections, it saved our skills and runes. So very, very handy, and most of us think this is going to be an ultra cool way to save stash space, because if you're like me and you've leveled up all 6 classes to 70, you want to save all of your armor sets so you get at least 4 different main sets per class. That's a lot of items in your inventory already, isn't it, boys? Well, guess what? The stupid Armory doesn't actually save these items into like some void space or anything like that. You have to still have it in your stash or in your inventory here. You can't, it doesn't just save in this Armory, so it doesn't save any space is what I'm trying to explain here. It will save time when you're trying to switch builds between, like, you know, Greater Rift specific builds and armor sets, and then, you know, speed farming and stuff like that. That it's great for that, but however, I was really psyched because I could finally save all of my sets for each class. Like right now, if you save all 4 armor sets for 6 different classes, plus you've got your legendaries, plus you've got your gems and other items that you pick up in the game, man, there's not enough stash space, nowhere near enough stash space. At least they should have different stashes for classes or something like that. They need to come up with something different, because right now I find that I'm salvaging a lot of my armor sets, specific armor sets for classes, because there's just not enough space. So this does definitely make life a lot easier, but it doesn't save us any space in our stash. So that's a bit unfortunate. You know, I'm just going to have to continue playing my Demon Hunter and Witch Doctor as my main characters. The other thing that we do have is your crafting materials are now here in your inventory. So they don't appear anywhere else. They don't exist as items anymore. When you pick them up, they just count towards your crafting material tab here. Now, it doesn't actually save a lot of space. Again, we haven't really saved much stash space because all of these items, I think, stack up to 5,000 each, and holy shit, that's a fair bit that you can have each stack. So really, we've saved a few slots in our stash, but not a hell of a lot. I still wanted more. And then the 2 main changes. So they're making life a little bit easier. I was just a bit disappointed with the Armory because it doesn't actually save the items in the Armory. I thought the Armory is an Armory. Look how fucking big the cupboard is. You can put heaps of items in there. You know, compared to our stash here. I don't know why they don't save the items and our gear in void space or on the Blizzard servers somewhere. We still have to carry them in our stash. Bit disappointed by that, but it does make life a lot easier when we want to change sets and builds. So the other major changes they've made is in Greater Rifts. You know how sometimes you're doing Greater Rifts and you're going through these stupid little caves and shit, and you don't get those nice, open, really dense maps. Well, they've changed that so that those dense, huge open world maps are a lot more common rather than going through these little shitty hallways. So it's going to be a lot of awesome open world maps. We get heaps of elites and you can actually move through Greater Rifts a lot quicker. That's definitely a plus. The bounties have changed. There are no more bonus bounties. So basically, whenever you complete a bounty, you get a larger cache now, a larger Herodric cache, as you can see pictured at the bottom here. And you still get all of those bonus crafting materials that you would get if you did all of the bonus bounties. But now they've just taken away the whole bonus concept, and it didn't really mean much anyway. It just sort of determined what order you do your bounties. But so now you just get the bonus materials anyway, which I think was a no-brainer there. The other major addition I want to talk about is Primal Ancients. Now, we all know that every legendary and set item has a chance to drop as an ancient, and it has like all of these, juiced up stats. They're a lot better than your normal gear. Primal Ancients takes this a step further. Primal Ancients are actually perfectly rolled Ancients. So this is probably what I'm looking forward to experimenting with the most. I can't wait to get my hands on some Primal Ancients on my Demon Hunter. It'll definitely make that challenge to really pumping up those greater rifts higher and higher a lot easier when you get some Primal Ancients. But having said that, there is a requirement. The requirement is you have to do greater rift level 70 minimum in order to unlock Primal Ancients. So I haven't obviously got a Primal Ancient yet. I'm not even sure if they dropped prior to Season 10 because patch 2.5 actually became live a little early. It was supposed to come live just before Season 10. Season 10's on the 31st. Today is the 23rd of March. So I don't know whether Primal Ancients can actually be obtained right now. I think you might have to wait till Season 10. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I'll have a bit of a play around and see if I get my hands on a Primal Ancient. If I do, I'll probably hit that record button and let you guys know. But that's pretty much all of the major changes in 2.5. A bit disappointed with the Armory. I was really looking forward to actually saving all of the sets that I pick up for each class. I've had to salvage it so much along the way. And the thing is with Blizzard, you never know what they're going to buff next. The next patch can come out and all of a sudden they've buffed an armor set that was useless previously. And now you got to go farm all the items again. You got to farm legendaries for it. It's just they need to come up with a better way. Once you get that item, you need to focus on obtaining, an ancient or now a primal ancient instead of, having to salvage it because you're out of stash space and then farming it again when you decide to play that build. It's a little bit annoying, I thought, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe they can still change it. I don't know. It's a big cupboard there, big armory. You can fit a lot of armor in there, surely, vacuum seal it, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Season 10 coming up real soon. Let me know what class you're all playing.